solve. Not an ordinary riddle, but a very special one. Because the right answer may save your life someday. Are you ready? What is it that a friendly stranger can sometimes be a terrible danger? Do you know the answer? We do. My name is Gabby, and this is my, assistant, Pat.
Your assistant? Now, just a minute, young lady. If I didn't pull your string, you couldn't even open up your mouth.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Pat. Pat and I are really a team. She pulls the string, and I do the talking. In other words, she's the muscles, and I'm the brains in this act.
Gabby!
Something tells me I better start using my brains on our riddle before Pat uses her muscle on my, other end.
Don't tempt me.
Have you guessed the answer to our riddle yet, kids? Why is it that a friendly stranger can sometimes be a terrible danger? Give up? Well, the answer is...
Wait a minute, Gabby. Before you tell the boys and girls the answer to this riddle, don't you think you ought to make sure they all know what a stranger really is? After all, we do have some little friends out there.
They all know what a stranger is, don't you, kids? You don't? Hey, I got an idea. Let's see what kind of detectives you are out there. I want everybody to close their eyes. And when I count 3, open them again. And see how many strangers you can spot. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ouch! Uh-oh. Somebody didn't close their eyes. Come on now. Let's try it again. And please, no cheating this time. It's not very comfortable all squeezed in here like this. Ready? Close your eyes. Hey, you two back there with the freckles. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that's much better. For a minute, I thought I was really stuck out there. All right, now, kids, let's go on a stranger hunt. This looks like a good place to start. Here come 2 friends of mine on their way home from the school playground. They always meet lots of people on the way. Let's go with them and see if you can spot which people they meet are strangers. Come on. First, there's this nice-looking man. Children have seen him many times, parked outside the school gate. He always smiles and says hello. They think that he's probably waiting for his own little girl or boy. What do you think, kids? Is he a stranger? Here comes Mrs. Wilson. Her boy Jimmy goes to school with our friends, and she works in the PTA with their mothers. Is she a stranger? Hey, isn't that a cute little dog, kids? Oh, this must be the little dog's master. Our friends have never seen this man before. He says that he's just moved in the neighborhood. Seems real nice, doesn't he? Don't think you're going to have any trouble figuring out if he's a stranger or not. Oh, boy! An ice cream truck! Looks like I'm not the only one around here who likes ice cream. Maybe she doesn't know what she wants, but I'll take an orange popsicle.
Gabby,
An ice cream cone?
Just get back to our story.
Oh, all right. Now, what about the ice cream man, kid? He seems to know our friends real well. They buy ice cream from him almost every day. He knows their name, and they know his name, too. Could he be a stranger?
People that our friends met on their way home. Did you guess which ones were strangers? Let's see. Here are two little boxes. One is a yes box, and the other a no box. Now we're going to look at these people again. And when Gabby asks you if they are strangers, you tell her how to mark them. Yes or no. Are you ready, Gabby?
All ready. Okay, kids. Who are the strangers? Was this man a stranger to our little friend? How should we mark him? Yes or no? They had seen him parked out in front of the school gate many times. He seemed very friendly, but do they really know him? They didn't know his name or where he came from, did they? So the answer is yes. He was a stranger. Mrs. Wilson knew the children, and she knew their parents and teachers, too. She certainly wasn't a stranger, was she? And I know you got this one right. After all, everybody knows that a person we've never seen before is a stranger. But what about the ice cream man? Our friends saw him almost every day. They knew his name, and he knew theirs. You certainly wouldn't say he was a stranger. Or would you? When you really think about it, what did the children know about this man? Did they know his family or where he lived? They didn't know the answer to these very important questions, did they? So you see, he really was a stranger after all.
Sometimes it's hard for boys and girls to know who is a stranger and who isn't.
Well, you can see a person many times, and they may be very nice, but they can still be a stranger. Seeing someone often doesn't always help us to get to know them better.
To help you understand what a stranger really is, Gabby's worked out a rule, which we hope you will remember.
Right, Pat. Kids, this is one time when it's best to let a grown-up be your guide. So here's my rule. Anyone your mom and dad or teachers do not know, no matter how often you may see them or how nice they may seem, is still a stranger. And as you will see later on, you should treat them like a stranger.
Now that we all know what a stranger is, don't you think that you ought to get back to that riddle, Gabby?
Pat, you took the riddle. Can you tell by looking at strangers if they are good or bad? Most people are good. They love children, and they wouldn't do anything in the world to hurt them.
But there are some people in this world that are sick.
Oh, not with the measles or the mumps or anything like that you can see.
No, these people are sick inside their heads. They get things all mixed up. They don't seem to know right from wrong. And they do bad things. And they even hurt boys and girls.
Which brings us back to my question. Can you tell just by looking at a stranger if he's a friendly person who loves children?
Or if he's one of those sick people who could hurt you?
Let's see if you can. We're going to look at two men now. One of them is a dangerous stranger. Let's see if you can tell which one. Here we are. This is our first man. Oh, he sure looks like a rough customer, doesn't he? Could he be one of those sick people we were talking about? One of those dangerous strangers? Or could it be this man? Why, look. It's a nice-looking man that was parked in front of the school. Oh, it couldn't be him. This other man looks much more dangerous. Whoops. Looks like we picked the wrong man.
He certainly isn't a dangerous stranger, is he, Gabby?
I should say not. In fact, this policeman is probably one of the best friends any boy or girl ever had. He's the man that's always there to help us. He's always on the job, trying to make our cities and town a better, safer place for kids like you and me to grow up in.
But if he isn't the one, Gabby, then it must be this other man.
Gee, I don't know. He certainly doesn't look like one of those dangerous people we have to watch out for, does he, kid? Maybe neither one of these men is a dangerous stranger.
Well, let's follow this man and see.
He's calling that little girl over to his car. I wonder what he wants. Oh, he wants you to help him find an address. I wouldn't get too close to that car if I were you. You don't know who this man is. Uh-oh. Now he wants you to get in his car and show him the place he's looking for. I don't like the looks of this. What's he doing now? He's offering her some money. Don't take that, little girl. That's being smart. Hey, look out! That's it! Scream good and loud! Now run! Wait a minute. You're safe now. He's driving away. But quick, get his license number. There's a stone. Scratch the number on the sidewalk with the stone. 875021. And remember, kids, if you ever get in a spot like our little friend, and you don't have a pencil to write down the license number, do what she did, or find a stick and write it in the dirt. And you can tell the police what the man looked like, what kind of a car he was driving, and his license number. And if I know our friend the policeman, he'll catch that man and put him somewhere where he won't bother any more boys and girls. Right, Pat?
Right, Gabby.
So you see, kids, you can't always tell if a person is good or bad just by the way he looks. Now remember that because, well, it's sort of a clue to the answer to our riddle.
There is one way to stop these dangerous strangers, Gabby.
How, Pat?
By the way they act. And the certain things they do. For example, when the man we just saw tried to get the little girl to go into his car, we knew he was one of those dangerous strangers, didn't we?
That's true, Pat. There are certain things that the kids can watch out for. Sort of. And we'll show you what to watch out for. Here's somebody that we know is up to no good. Just look at him, will you? Sitting there nice as you please, feeding the birds. Uh-uh. Don't go near him, little girl. He may look very nice to you, but take it from me, he's not. Right, kids? Let him keep his old peanuts. You just stay away from him. No! Go back! Don't let him touch you. Oh, don't ever let a stranger touch you, little girl. Don't let anyone but your family put their arms around you, straighten your clothes, or touch you. You can be pretty sure when a stranger tries to do these things, he's out to hurt you. Say, it looks like our friend the policeman is looking for someone. I wonder who it can be.
Here's a boy who's really looking for trouble.
Kid, this silly boy could meet one of those dangerous strangers.
Yes, there is one place that they like to hang around.
And that's public restrooms.
That's right, Gabby.
Smart boys and girls use restrooms when they have to, but they finish quickly and never stay to play. Hey, fella, I think you better find another place to play. And fast. Yes, sir. Public restrooms are no place to play.
These two girls know the rule for selling things door to door, whether it's Girl Scout cookies or Christmas cards.
Never go alone, kid. Always go with a friend. And never go into a stranger's house either. Stay outside, where it's safe.
And boys and girls, if you're home alone or babysitting, never let a stranger come into the house.
That's right, Pat. As you see, sometimes we can spot these dangerous strangers by the way they act or the certain things they do. But many times we don't find out until it's too late. Gabby? Given the boys and girls two important clues to the answer. Do you remember what they are, Pat?
I think so. First, you never can tell if a stranger is good or bad, just by the way he looks.
Right. And a second clue?
Well, sometimes we can recognize these bad strangers by the things they do or the way they act.
Yes.
But by that time, it could be too late, and we could be in danger already.
Hey, very good, Pat. We've also learned one other important thing, kids, and that is that most sick or dangerous strangers seem very friendly. Now, can you guess the answer to our riddle? Let's see if they can, huh, Pat? Why is it that a friendly stranger can sometimes be a terrible danger? The answer is simple. Though he seems nice and kind, to hurt us may be what he has in mind.
Though he seems nice and kind, to hurt us may be what he has in mind. Very good, Gabby. Doesn't your riddle and rhyme book have some good tips for the boys and girls on how to play it safe with strangers?
It sure does, Pat. It says here that boys and girls should never take chances with strangers, especially strangers that seem too friendly. Smart boys and girls never take money or gifts of any kind from strangers. And smart boys and girls never let a stranger straighten their clothes, put their arms around them, or touch them in any way. Smart boys and girls never get into a stranger's car. In fact, they never go near a stranger's car. Hey, remember what happened to that little girl who was going to help that man find an address? She was lucky. You might not be that lucky. Smart boys and girls never play around public restrooms. And smart boys and girls never take shortcuts through deserted alleys. And never take shortcuts down lonely streets. The few minutes you might save certainly isn't worth the trouble you might find in these places. Smart boys and girls always go directly home after school unless they have their parents' permission to go somewhere else.
In fact, boys and girls, you should never go anywhere without first telling your folks where you are going and how long you will be. This way, if you ever do get into trouble, they'll know about it quickly enough to help you.
Now we've come to the end of our book, and it's time for Pat and me to say
goodbye, boys and girls. Remember our riddle. Remember our rhyme.
Stay safe and happy, and have a good time.